Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. And welcome in, everybody, to Royal Brougham Pavilion on the campus of Seattle University, downtown Seattle. Game number 2 of our Sodexo Tip-Off Classic doubleheader today matches the SPU Falcons and the Concordia Irvine Eagles. The Falcons will be in the home whites tonight. Concordia Irvine will be in the black jerseys. Tom Giulianelli here with you. Good to see all of you here on our live video stream.
All right, fans, it's time now.
Falcons will go from left to right on your screen in this first half, and Concordia will go from right to left. Tony Miller will tip it off against Jeff Gerlach of Concordia Irvine, and Miller wins the tip for the Falcons, and we are underway. Nikhil Lazat takes it for SPU. Lazat to Wooten. Wooten, right side, heading to his left. Now being double teamed. Wooten's got to get out of there. And it's picked off. It's picked off by Brian Chambers. And he goes coast to coast with the one-hand slam dunk with the right hand. No chance for Gavin Long to reject that dunk. And it's 2-0 Concordia. Lazat with it. Bounces towards Simpson. And that's picked off again. Duffelmeyer. And not ready for the pass there was Chambers. And that's going to be out of bounds off Concordia. So a little bit of a careless turnover there by the Eagles of Concordia Irvine. Inbounds here, Tony Miller over to Gavin Long. Long with it, left side. Going up against Tad Duffelmeyer. Hands it off to Lazat. Lazat against Chambers. Lazat driving right, screen set for him by Miller, goes up right hand, no, but we're going to get a foul underneath. Looks like on Gerlach. 6'8" junior from Sydney, Sydney, Australia. First personal foul on Gerlach. First team foul on either side in this half, and now it's going to be Lazat to the line, and he will shoot a pair. First shot on the way up and good for him. So we have a 2-1 game here early on in favor of Concordia. Second shot coming up. And it is up and it is good for Lazat, who came into this game, by the way, shooting 13 of 14 from the free throw line on the regular season. Falcons 1-1 in the regular season so far, and Concordia Irvine 3-1 in their games. Heading to the right is JT Roach against Wooten. Floats it up, and it's good with 11 to shoot. So it's 4-2. Now Lazat hustling into the front court. Lazat, the transfer from Humboldt State, showing a lot of speed and a lot of quickness here early on. Long with the ball. Long being double teamed, and now it's going to be Lazat, who then feeds it to Long. Long feeds it to the corner. It's Wooten. And Wooten going to Simpson, and he lost the ball, and it's scooped up by Gerlach. Back the other way we go. Duffelmeyer with it now. Duffelmeyer over to the top with Gerlach. Now they pass it right. Now mid-range shot on the way, no good. And the rebound gets into the hands of Long. Looked like that was Mike Mellinger who took the shot there. And now Lazat hustling, stumbles down, is able to scoop it to Long, though, shoots the three, and he got it to go down. Great job by Lazat to keep that alive while he was on the ground, basically. And there's the three-pointer for the Falcons to put them ahead for the first time, 5-4. Duffelmeyer with the ball now. Duffelmeyer passes right. It's Roach. Roach with it, 8 to shoot. Now 7 and 6, 5. Being guarded by Wooten and Simpson. Goes up, nice job by Wooten to play defense there with his left hand. At the end of it, Simpson scoops up the loose ball. Here comes Lazat, heading to his right. Lazat to Simpson, passes left to Long, into the corner, Tony Miller. Now it's Long, left side, going up against Mellinger. Whistle here, and he walked with the ball. So a turnover here.
Comes in for Irvine. It's number 24, Cameron English.
And now Cameron English checks in for Concordia Irvine. English, a 6'9" sophomore from Medford, Oregon. So right on that Oregon-California border. Duffelmeyer with the ball. And over to English. Now it's Chambers, who then hands it off to Mellinger, and now it's Duffelmeyer. Top of the circle, 12 to shoot. Going up against Long here. 10 to shoot, and now 9 and 8. Trying to cross over against Simpson. Gets some room, shot in the way, no good. Rebound tip, not in. A little bit of a break there for the Falcons as Miller almost tipped it in his own basket. Wooten passes it over to Lazat for 3 in transition, no. Rebound Chambers. Back the other way. Chambers hustling, going up. Finger roll, no good. Rebound Simpson. Back the other way we go for the Falcons. Lazat with the ball now. Lazat heading to the right. Scoops it over to Tony Miller. Lost the ball, and it's stolen away by Mellinger first and then Chambers. And now Duffelmeyer hustling in. Gets it over to Mellinger. Lost the ball. Tony Miller scoops it up for the Falcons. Here comes Lazat with it. Front court, up against Chambers. A little more than 4 minutes into this contest between the Falcons and the Eagles. Concordia Irvine. Non-conference matchup, driving right. No basket there for Lazat. And we'll have to check to see if that is a shooting foul or not. The foul here will go on Concordia Irvine. It's on Brian Chambers. 6'3" junior from Long Beach, California. That's his first personal foul, second team foul on the Eagles in this half. Timeout on the floor with less than 16 minutes to play until halftime. 15:47 on the clock. Falcons up 5-4 over Concordia. Well, just underway here at Royal Brome Pavilion. Falcons up 5-4 over Concordia Irvine here in the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic.
Olsen and number 30, Nathan Streufert.
No shooting foul there right before the under 16-minute timeout on Chambers, and now struggling to keep that ball in bounds was Nathan Streufert just in the game along with Braden Olsen.
And number 34, Tyler.
And it looks like the Falcons will keep this ball as the pass from Streufert was tipped out of bounds. So the inbounds here, Wooten to Olsen. Olsen heading to his left against Denzel Holt, number 1, and that goes inside to Miller. No basket. Offensive foul's the call. Offensive foul on the Falcons, first of the half, first of the game on them. And the foul here is going to go on Olsen, 5'11" freshman from West Lynn, Oregon. And now Deffelmeyer with the ball, heading to his right against Long. Passing it to Roach. Now it's Holt. Whistle here. Offensive foul is the call. Offensive foul on Concordia Irvine.
It's against Cameron English.
Foul that time going on Cameron English, and that's his first personal. Already the 13th foul on Concordia Irvine. 15:22 left in the first half and counting. Just underway here. Olsen with the ball. Taking it across the timeline. Olsen to his right. Now he kicks it out. Open is Long. Shoots the 3. No good. Rebound. Miller had a chance at it. Couldn't get it. Out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons. Tony Miller not liking the call. Looked like it was a pretty good call from our perspective behind the basket here. And now it's Denzel Holt. The broadcaster's perspective, that is. And now the shot is blocked away and then blocked away again as the Falcons reject Roach and also Tyler LaCour, number 34, in the game for the first time. And now it's Olsen with the ball. Getting knocked down there is Holt. No foul. Long with it. And it's Miller. And Streufert inside, posts up, lays it in as it gets past Roach. And it's 7-4. The Falcons ahead of Concordia Irvine here. And now this is Deffelmeyer with the ball. Over to LaCour. And now they pass it right side to Roach, it looks like. And now it's back to Holt. Pass it left here. Roach. Whistle here. I think we're going to get a foul on the Falcons. That would be their second of the half if that's the case.
Well,
and it is. And it's the first foul on Coleman. And now Chambers checks back in the game along with Gerlach.
Along with 3, Michael Voss Oden and 15, Jeff Gerlach.
And also Michael Voss Oden in the game for the first time for Concordia Irvine. Voss Oden, a junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. So the inbounds pass coming up here. Harry Cavell in the game for the first time as well for the Falcons. And also in the game you have Hunter Eisenhower for SPU for the first time. Whistle here, no basket for Chambers. And it looks like we're going to get a foul.
On the Eagles, Michael Voss Oden.
Offensive foul on Voss Oden just in the game. And that's his first personal foul, already the team's 4th. And now it's going to be Olsen. Backcourt against Holt. Olsen. Going to Streufert this time. Hands off Olsen, driving right. Trying to go inside, but it's picked off by LaCour. And now off to the races goes Chambers, and there's the nice finger roll. And that gets Concordia back in the lead here. Or, beg pardon, back within 1. 7-6. Olsen with the ball. Finds Streufert. Streufert to Eisenhower, shoots the 3, and that's short. And the rebound goes into the hands of Gerlach. Back the other way we go. Holt with it. Holt front court. Going to LaCour. LaCour coming into his left. LaCour kicks it out to Holt. 15 to shoot. Passes it right here. This is Voss Oden. And now it's going to be LaCour for 3. And the rebound goes easily into the hands of Eisenhower. And now Tony Miller with it. Miller, touch pass to Streufert. poke free, but it gets into the hands of Cavell, and Cavell makes it for 3. 10-6 now as Cavell's on the scoreboard for the first time today. Falcons by 4. Holt lost the ball, and it's stolen away by Stroyford. Here comes Olsen now, front court. Olsen, Stroyford. They work it inside to Miller, no good. The assist would have gone to Eisenhower. Stroyford, the putback, no. Gets it to Miller, and there's the reverse inside. With Gerlach knocked over on the floor. And it's 12-6 in favor of the Falcons, the assist to Stroyford. Holt bounces it over to LaCour. Chambers, they work it to Gerlach, posting up. Offensive foul, nope, traveling call. Traveling violation called on Gerlach with 12 minutes left in the first half. So 12-6, the Falcons ahead of Concordia Irvine, and we'll return in a moment.
On the court with the score, Falcons.
Well, 12 minutes left until halftime. Score is 12-6. Falcons ahead here early on. Here is Harry Cavell with the ball now, backcourt. Following the traveling violation on Gerlach and Concordia Irvine. And now it's going to be Lizotte. Goes inside, Stroyford, posting up, goes up. He makes the shot. And that puts the Falcons up by 8, their biggest lead of the game. He does it against Mellinger there, and now Duffelmeyer takes it for Concordia. Bounces it here. Going right and up and no good as Mellinger in and out, and the rebound going to Stroyford. And now here comes Lizotte, hustling into the front court. In transition, Cavell bounces to Long, fakes, goes up, he's hit hard and he's fouled. And he will go to the line for 2 shots. That's number 5 on Concordia Irvine in this half. And number 1 on Adam Turner, who's in the game for the first time. Turner is 6'8", senior from East Vale, California. So here we go with the free throw shooting, and now it's Long who makes the first free throw for the Falcons. Long came into this game 10 of 13 shooting from the charity stripe. And the second free throw up and good for him here. So the Falcons with their biggest lead of the contest so far, 16-6. They lead against Concordia. Now Duffelmeyer with the ball. Duffelmeyer, top of the circle. They work it to the right. JT Roach with it after getting the pass from Mellinger. Bouncer here to Duffelmeyer. Duffelmeyer goes in, shoots, scores. From short mid-range, and it's 16-8. Lizotte with the ball. Lizotte coming in against Chambers. Going to Cavell. Cavell being double teamed, gives it to Simpson. Finds Lizotte. Stroyford passes to the corner. It's Long. A whistle here as he gets contacted by Duffelmeyer, and I think we may get a foul for that. It is going to be a foul on Duffelmeyer, and that's going to be his first personal foul. Team foul number 6 already on Concordia. As Coleman, Wooten, and Tony Miller check back in for the Falcons. Stroyford and Cavell take a seat. So already the Falcons 1 Concordia foul away from getting into the bonus. They inbound to avoid the 5-second violation. Here's Lozado, gets the feed from Miller, no good. Rebound tip, and they can't put it back in. Turner with the rebound. Back the other way we go, Duffelmeyer. Duffelmeyer with the ball, passes left side to Roach. And an elbow there, and that's going to be a blocking foul called on Miller after Mellinger kind of gave him a bit of an elbow inside while posting up. A little bit of a surprising call there. Maybe Miller didn't have his feet set. That's going to be his first personal foul. Third team foul of the Falcons in this half. Inbounds pass coming up. 10:24 left till half. And now they work it to Mellinger, to Duffelmeyer, and he got it for 3 from the left side with a wide open look. So it's 16-11 as Duffelmeyer now with 5 points. Lazat with it against Chambers. Lazat coming in, whistle here. And it looks like we're getting an offensive foul on the Falcons. That is number 4 on them in this half. Number 2 on Coleman Wooten. And Cavell will come immediately back in the game for Wooten to kind of keep him out of foul trouble for the time being. Duffelmeyer with the ball. So a little bit of a tough loss there for the Falcons to not have Coleman Wooten out there. Wooten, a 6'5 junior from Maple Valley. One of the better players on the Falcons and in the GNAC. Here's Roach trying to work against Cavell. No good. Great defense by Cavell, and the rebound going to Simpson. Back the other way we go. Lazat in transition to Long. They work it inside. Miller, no, but he was fouled on the way up. Turner and Roach were the closest to the play.
Foul goes on Irvine's J.T. Roach.
And now the foul this time is going to go on J.T. Roach, and that will be his first personal foul. And 2 shots coming up here for Tony Miller. It is the 7th team foul in Concordia Irvine, so that would normally set up a bonus situation, but this is a shooting foul, so 2 shots for Miller. First shot no good here.
Eagle subs 3, Michael Voss Oden.
And now
24 Cameron English and 34 Tyler LaCour.
Voss Oten, English, and LaCour check back in for Concordia Irvine. We're led tonight by head coach Ken Amon. And that free throw no good. So Miller goes 0 for 2 from the charity stripe, and Voss Oten is there with the rebound. Duffelmeyer with the ball. Going to LaCour. LaCour just throws it inside to English, and English gets the layup there. So it's 16-13. Concordia once down by 10 in this half, now back to within 3. Lazat with it against Chambers. Being double teamed, so he'll go inside to Long, and Long throws it up, no good. Miller can't get the rebound, can't get the tap in, and LaCour gets the rebound instead for Concordia. Back the other way we go, Duffelmeyer. Duffelmeyer hustling in, going up, and he cannot make it, but he is fouled on the way up. So that'll be number 5 on the Falcons in this half. And number 1 on Mr. Long, Gavin Long.
Shooting foul, Duffelmeyer shoots 2.
So 2 shots coming up here for Duffelmeyer. First shot in the way, no good for him. Duffelmeyer, 6-foot senior from Canberra, Australia.
Back for SPU, number 11, Hunter Eisenhower.
One of 2 Australians listed on the Concordia roster, along with Anderson Clark. Duffelmeyer, a senior, Clark, a junior. Second free throw is going to rim in, and that'll make it 16-14.
So for Concordia Irvine, number 1.
Hunter Eisenhower and Nathan Stroyford checking in for the Falcons. Denzel Holt checking in for Concordia. Inbounds coming up here for Tony Miller. And Miller goes to Long. Long with it. Long going to Eisenhower. Eisenhower with it. Being double teamed, so just bounce it to Long, and Long goes in, and now we're going to get a foul underneath, I believe, on Concordia. Yep, it's on Brian Chambers, and that's his second. Team foul number 8 is Roach. Gets ready to check back in.
Shooting 1 and 1. The Falcons.
Chambers will sit down with his 2 fouls. 1 and 1 opportunity here for Long, and the first free throw up and good for him. So that makes it 17-14. Long with 6 points for the Falcons. Second free throw on the way, and that's good. 18-14, Falcons by 4. Here comes Denzel Holt with the inbounds, cross the timeline, gives it to LaCour. LaCour coming in against Tony Miller. LaCour going up, left hand, no good, but we get a foul. So there go on Miller. And that will be the second foul on Miller.
That's Tyler LaCour.
And we'll see if Grant Leap wants to take him out to save some foul trouble. Of course, that would mean both Wooten and Miller, the 2 of the best Falcon players on this roster, would both be sitting out at the same time, and it's still kind of a tight game here in the first half, 18-15. LaCour makes the first free throw. Second shot coming from the southpaw, and it's up and no good, in and out. Rebound to Long, hands it off to Lizotte. Miller still in the game for the Falcons. Lizotte with it. Crosses over, comes in, goes in quick, and he scores. Nikhil Lizotte showing off his quickness there, 20-15 the score. Lizotte has 4 points here in this first half so far. Holt with the ball, bounces it over to LaCour. LaCour heading left, gets Miller, going up, and he can't make it. Rebound tip into the hands of Lizotte. Fumbles the ball, but Stroyford hands it back to him. Lizotte finds Stroyford. Eisenhower to Miller. And the ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch looks like was off Concordia. And we get a timeout with less than 8 minutes to play in the first half. Score is 20-15, SPU ahead of Concordia. And we'll return in a moment. Ready to pick up the action here with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left in half number 1. Score is 20-15 in favor of the Falcons. Last play before the under 8-minute timeout was out of bounds off Concordia, so Cavell will inbound for the Falcons. And 7:47 left until halftime. Falcons up by 5. Now here's Lizotte trying to move quickly against Voss Oten, and now it's going to be Cavell over to Long. Gavin Long against Duffelmeyer. Now it's going to be Simpson. Simpson heading left, going up. He's going to make it. Sam Simpson gets it to the rim home as he drives to his left and gets physical inside. So Sam Simpson on the scoreboard for the first time. LaCour over to Roach, and now it's Voss Oten. Voss Oten with 7 minutes 12 left before the half. English hands it off. Roach to Duffelmeyer, and now it's going to be LaCour, and LaCour turnaround left-hand hook from short range is good as he posts up inside. Lizotte to Simpson in the front court. And now it's Long who tries to go inside to Stroyford, lost the ball, trying to save it. Simpson gets it for him. And that ball that's going to be tipped by Concordia, so Lizotte can go back and get it. And now Lizotte with 7 to shoot. finds Simpson, who shoots a long three, no, and the rebound gets into the hands of English. Now Roach with it. Roach biding his time, comes in, hands it off to Duffelmeyer. Lost the ball, and he tries to get it back. He can't. Out of bounds, off Duffelmeyer and Concordia. So the Falcons will get the ball back. Inbounds coming up here, Simpson. Gives it to Long. Long with the ball now, going up against Duffelmeyer. Long with the ball now. He's going to hand it off to Lizotte. Whistle here, and I think a little bit too much contact from Voss Oaten is going to draw the foul. That's his second, 19 foul in Concordia, so off to the line will be Mr. Lizotte.
33, Mike Mellinger.
Lizotte came into this game shooting 13 of 14 from the charity stripe. So we mentioned a little bit earlier, first free throw here in the 1-and-1, up and good as it rims home. So Lizotte has 5 points and counting in this first half. 6:02 to play until halftime. Lizotte gets another free throw chance, and it's going to be good, nothing but net this time. So the Falcons up by a full touchdown over Concordia, 24-17. And now a whistle here. Don't know what the problem was the official identified, but we play on. Talking to Lizotte, it looked like. Duffelmeyer coming in, and that one's stolen away. Simpson gets the loose ball for the Falcons, hands it to Lizotte. Lizotte heading right around the screen, getting double teamed now. He's got to give it up. Pass is tipped and then picked off. It's Mellinger who picked the ball off for the Eagles. And coming in, going up is Voss Oaten. Can't make it. Ball being batted around over and over again, and Stroyford gets it for the Falcons. Here comes Lizotte. Lizotte with it. Left side now Long. Going to find Stroyford, now Lizotte. Lizotte stumbles down. Somehow is able to scoop it to Stroyford. Goes inside Simpson, and Simpson scores around the defender. Great play by the Falcons all around there. Lizotte to keep it alive and Simpson to score. Hustling into the front court is Duffelmeyer trying to create a chance quickly.
Foul on Gavin Long.
And now we get a foul on Gavin Long, and that's his second. That's the seventh foul on SPU, so that will send Concordia into the bonus. Braden Olson checking back in for the Falcons.
Duffelmeyer at the line, again shooting 1-and-1.
Long takes a seat with those two fouls. Grant Leap trying to keep him out of foul trouble. First free throw up and good for Duffelmeyer, so he gets a second in the 1-and-1 scenario. Second free throw coming up. 5:11 to go till halftime. Second free throw is going to rim in and good. Falcons still up by a touchdown and an extra point there. 26-19. And now Trey Miller checks in for the first time in regular season play for the SPU Falcons. His brother Tony isn't on the court with him, but Trey Miller transferred here from North Dakota State last year from Woodinville. As Harry Cavell lays it in. Trey didn't play last year, though, because of injuries, so Falcons are happy to have him as a depth option for the time being. 28-19 now after Cavell makes the layup. Roach heading to the right, around Cavell, can't make the layup, and the rebound tipped by Simpson over to Cavell. Back the other way, Cavell with the ball, 4:27 left till halftime. Lizotte fumbles it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons. With 4 minutes and 25 left until the half, and now we're going to get a timeout. Looks like timeout called here by Concordia Irvine. That's the first timeout of 4 that they're entitled to in this game. And the Falcons in control right now. They are ahead, 28-19. Full timeout called by Concordia Irvine. Back in a moment. Well, just about ready to continue on here following the full timeout by Concordia Irvine. Falcons up 28-19 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left until halftime. Good pace of play here in this first half, even though we've had a lot of fouls. 9 on Concordia Irvine, 7 on the Falcons. A lot of up-tempo and up-and-down kind of basketball so far, though, shown by both of these teams. Holt hands it off. He gets hit and goes down, but no foul. Holt with the ball, or Roach, excuse me, with the ball. Gives it to Chambers, back to Holt for three. It's short, and Olsen couldn't get the rebound. It's Holt who gets it back instead for Concordia. Chambers with the ball now, top of the circle. Scoops it right to Roach, who fakes, comes in, gives it to Chambers, going for three. No good, and Miller drops the rebound and then gets it back. And now here comes Lazat with the ball. Lazat with it. Front court now against Holt. Gets him away. Nice pass as well to Olsen. Olsen drives left, and then Miller drops the ball. And now back the other way we go, Roach. At midcourt by Olsen. Ball's fumbled away, but then recovered again by Roach. Gerlach being harassed defensively. Now it gets back to Roach, and then Holt. 15 to shoot. 3 minutes, 16 left till halftime. A whistle here, and offensive foul is the call as Cavell went down.
Foul goes on the Eagles, JT Roach.
Foul that time on Roach, and that's his second. That's number 10 on the Eagles, but it won't be a double bonus situation here because it was an offensive foul. The next defensive foul, next loose ball that goes to the Falcons' benefit will send them to the free throw line. Tyler LaCour checks back in for Concordia as Trey Miller inbounds. Roach now out of the game with 2 fouls for the Eagles of Concordia. Now Lazat up against Chambers. Lazat goes to Simpson. Right side against LaCour. Now he hands it to Olsen. Olsen coming in, finds Cavell. Cavell coming in, lost the ball, and it's bouncing around. Simpson has it though. Now Olsen a quick three, and it's good! Braden Olsen puts it in, and that takes the Falcons up by 12. Deffelmeyer with the ball. Olsen falls down as he tried to poke it free. A whistle here, and Deffelmeyer walked as he was met by Simpson near the baseline. Hunter Eisenhower checking in now for the Falcons. And we get an inbounds pass coming up here, and now a timeout.
Timeout Eagles.
Eagles will take another timeout. That's their second. They only have 2 remaining. 30-second timeout for them, so we'll take a 30-second break ourselves. 31-19, Falcons up 12. Following the 30-second timeout, 31-19, Falcons ahead, 2:39 left until recess. Inbounds coming up here to Braden Olsen as the Falcons look to build on their 12-point lead. Olsen with the ball, up against Deffelmeyer. Now it goes to Trey Miller. Lazat going for three, it's short. Rebound gets into the hands of Vossoten. Now it's going to be Deffelmeyer back to Vossoten. Vossoten with the ball against Eisenhower. Screen set for him by Gerlach, and now there's LaCour who is driving in. No basket. Looks like we're going to get an offensive foul. Offensive foul on the Aussie, Jeff Gerlach. That's his second overall foul. And now Cameron English checks back in for Concordia in the game for Gerlach. Again, no double bonus opportunity for the Falcons because there was an offensive foul on Concordia. But Concordia is over the limit. They have 11 now to their name in this first half. 11 fouls, that is. Three-pointer on the way. Eisenhower rims it in. Hunter Eisenhower puts the Falcons up 15. And Eisenhower's on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Duffelmeyer with the ball now against Olsen. They work it to LaCour, and now inside English. No, it rims out. Ball out of bounds. Last touch off SPU. Looked like that was Eisenhower going for the rebound there, but just couldn't get it. And now Chambers checks out of the game for Concordia. Inbounds coming up here. LaCour has it, driving left, goes up, left hand, good.
Tyler LaCour.
Good short left hand hook by LaCour. He's got 5 points off the bench. And now it's Lazat, front court. It's Eisenhower. And now it's Olsen. They work it inside Miller. Can't get the layup to go in. And now we are going to get a foul called on Concordia with 1:08 left till half.
Goes on Cameron English.
Foul that time on Cameron English. That's his second. And Trey Miller gets a chance to get on the scoreboard for the first time as an SPU Falcon officially. Played a little bit in the exhibition game against Capilano, but this is his first regular season action for the Falcons. Misses the first free throw here, though. Trey Miller still scoreless right now as Cavell checks in for Lazat.
SPU number 4, Harry
So that may be the last we see of Lazat in the first half. 6 points for him so far. Now Adam Turner also checking in for Concordia. Now Trey Miller. One more free throw for him. And he's on the scoreboard for the first time as a Falcon.
Back for the Falcons.
So Trey puts the Falcons up by 14 with 1:08 left on the clock. And now the inbounds to Duffelmeyer. 1:03 left and counting now. Duffelmeyer passes it short left to Vossot. Duffelmeyer to LaCour, back to Duffelmeyer. Now it's Vossoten. Duffelmeyer, right side Holt. Duffelmeyer back to Vossot. Inside. Holt throws it up. No. But we get a foul underneath. 46.9 left on the clock. Foul that time on Hunter Eisenhower is first.
A shooting foul.
8th team foul, but this is going to be a shooting foul. 2 shots here for Holt. And the first free throw coming up for him is going to be good. Second shot coming up in just a moment here or two. And now,
timeout Falcons.
Timeout Falcons. Of course, they can't take that 4th timeout with them to the second half, so they'll use it now with 46.9 seconds left.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. Falcons up 35-22. Back in 30 seconds. Both teams breaking their respective huddles now.
We welcome to Royal Rome tonight the SPU Cheer Squad.
46.9 seconds left in half number 1. Falcons up 35-22. Reminder, when we come out of halftime, we'll have a couple SPU sports headlines for you, so we'll have that for you when we start the second half. Denzel Holt to the line here for Concordia. Free throw up and good, and then makes it 35-23. And now it's going to be Olsen with the ball for the Falcons. Olsen takes it. Across the timeline, and Olsen has got to look for somebody, anybody. He's going to throw it over to Eisenhower. Now Simpson in the corner, can't make the 3. The rebound gets into the hands of Turner after a bit of a struggle. And now it's going to be Deffelmeyer with the ball. Shot clock is off. Concordia down by 12. They'd love to at least get a couple points as we go into halftime here. Deffelmeyer biding his time against Simpson. Not a lot of urgency yet, but we're coming down to the end of the half. 6 seconds left. 5-4. Deffelmeyer drives in. Ball batted away out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons. 2.5 seconds left in the half. Concordia will inbound. Will inbound from the baseline. JT Roach now checks in for Vosso. And now Trey Miller looks like he's going to check in for the Falcons.
And for the Falcons, 35, Trey Miller.
Hunter Eisenhower checks out. Inbound's coming. We go inside, and LaCour is blocked away by Stroyford as time expires in the first half, or does it? There may be another tenth or two left, so let's see. Could have also been a foul as well. Red light is on, clock is at all zeros, but
fans, we have a timeout for officials replay review.
And now they're going to do a replay review to see how much time is really left in the half. All we know is it's not much. You also may want to take a look and see whose ball this actually belongs to after Stroyford rejected it. Right now, though, it's 35-23. Now the officials are walking away, holding up one finger. 1 second. 1 second on the clock. And I think this is going to be Concordia ball. And with a second left on the clock, they can catch and shoot here once they inbound the ball. At least the impression I get is it's going to be Concordia ball. And it will be Concordia ball, I think. It will be. Deffelmeyer will inbound. They can catch and shoot with 1 second left. Here we go. Deffelmeyer's got to get this in 5 seconds or less. He finds a man, and the shot is good! A three-pointer for Mellinger on the catch and shoot. And that gets Concordia within 9. They'll double-check the monitor just to make sure he made it.
The officials will review that last.
But it looked like that shot went in right on time. What a shot by Mellinger here at the end of the half.
Go to SPUFalcons.com.
The assist going to Deffelmeyer as he throws it in bounds.
But SPUFalcons.com. Once again,
either way, there won't be any time left on the clock for what it's worth. I think this shot's going to count, though. Naked eye, it's going to count.
The first half is not yet over. Please vacate the court. Again, fans, please stay off the court. The officials are conducting a replay of the last play. Please off the court until the first half is officially over.
Some of the kids that are on the court to get off the court. Of course, all the teams are in the locker room, so I don't know what's going to happen if you've got 1/10 of a second or 2/10 of a second left on the clock here. They're going to have to get everybody back here. That could be a little bit of a logistical problem. Referees still haven't walked away yet.
Tomorrow at 5, Central.
And now they're going to talk about this.
Tomorrow night at 7, Hawaii Hilo versus SPU. And the officials have reviewed the action. The final three-pointer is good for the Eagles.
And now they're going to say the final three-pointer is good, and there's no time left on the clock. They've confirmed that to the scorer's table. So 35-26 will be the final score at halftime between SPU and Concordia Irvine as Mellinger makes the three. They had 1 second to catch and shoot and get it all done, and they did it.
Ensure a winning record for the SPU.
So good job there by Concordia at the end of the half. So we'll take a timeout here for halftime, and we'll come back with a couple of minutes to go in halftime. So we'll come back in about 12 minutes from now or so, and we'll have some SPU sports news for you, as well as coverage of the second half between the Falcons and Concordia Irvine. So we'll see you in about 12 minutes to pick up our coverage. Well, just about a couple minutes away from starting the second half between the SPU Falcons and the Concordia Irvine Eagles. Game 2 of 2 today in the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. Falcons up 35-26, 9-point cushion as we get set to start the second half. Tom Joanella with you. The Falcons shooting 11 of 21 from the field in half number 1, 52.4%, including 4 of 12 from three-point land. They also shot 9 of 12 from the charity stripe. Leading scorer for the Falcons, Gavin Long, with 7 points, and Lazat right behind him with 6. And for Concordia of Irvine, they only shot 9 of 27 in the first half, although one of them was a buzzer-beating three-pointer by Mike Mellinger, and they went 2 of 5 from three-point land and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for them right now is Duffelmeyer with 8 points. Right behind him is LaCour with 5. So, 35-26, SPU ahead. Let's take a look at some other SPU sports news before we start the second half. In volleyball, the Falcons were victorious in 5 sets last night at Western Oregon behind the 23 kills of Gabby Otto. They conclude the season tomorrow night at Concordia, Portland. A victory in that 7 o'clock contest would secure a winning record for the SPU Spikers in their first season under Coach Abby Wright. The women's basketball team won its first 2 games last weekend and is on the road again this week. The Falcons compete in the West Region Crossover Classic with a 7:30 game tonight against host Azusa Pacific. SPU takes on UC San Diego tomorrow night at 5:30. The Falcon women then host their home opener on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, at 5 o'clock against Biola, and we'll see you then at Royal Brome Pavilion. Come back tomorrow night for another men's basketball doubleheader right here in Brome. Concordia clashes with Central Washington at 5, followed by the 7 o'clock nightcap between Hawaii Hilo and your SPU Falcons. Of course, Central Washington defeated Hawaii Hilo earlier in the day, and Central will play Concordia Irvine tomorrow night. Right now, though, second half between the Falcons and Concordia. The Falcons will go from right to left on your screen in this half. Concordia will go from left to right, and they have the ball first right now, as you can see. Concordia in the dark jerseys, the black jerseys, Falcons in the home whites. And there's the layup by Jeff Gerlach to start the second half. And now Nikhil Lazat takes it for the Falcons. Lazat in the front court, giving it to Wooten. Miller inside. Tony Miller can't make the layup. And the rebound gets into the hands of Concordia and Duffelmeyer. And they try to throw it inside, but it's picked off by Wooten on the pass intended for Mellinger. Tries to throw it in transition. Somehow gets over to Long. Dangerous pass in traffic that got by Duffelmeyer somehow. And Long lays it in with the left hand. That puts the Falcons back up 9. So Long with 9 points now for SPU. Duffelmeyer with the ball. He works it to Mellinger, who then hands it back to Duffelmeyer. Passes it to Chambers. Going against Lazat. And now he gives it over to Gerlach. Hands it off to Duffelmeyer. Duffelmeyer with the ball against Long. 4 seconds to shoot. Throws it to the corner. And no basket. Shot clock violation is called. Concordia took way too much time there trying to set up a shot. And the Falcons gave it back after the 30-second violation. Long gets the inbounds. Now back to Tony Miller, and now Lazat. Approaching the timeline. Going against Chambers. Gets to the front court. Whistle here. I think we're going to get a foul on Concordia. We'll wait and check for the call, though. It's going to go on Brian Chambers, and that's going to be his third. First team foul of the half on either team. And now it's going to be Coleman Wooten who inbounds, and it goes to Lazat. Lazat takes it. Gives it to Tony Miller. Miller trying to shuffle his feet, heading left. Now it's Lazat. Open look for 3. No. And the rebound going to Gerlach. Back the other way we go. Chambers with the ball, front court. Quickly to Duffelmeyer, and the layup is good with the left hand. So Concordia Irvine hanging in there. It's 37-30. Long with the ball. A lot of time left in this contest. 18 minutes and counting. Long. Over to Lazat. Whistle here. Offensive foul's the call, it looks like. Offensive foul on the Falcons. It's on Tony Miller, and that will be his third personal foul. So Miller already in trouble early in the second half. That's not welcome news for the Falcons. And Miller's got to check out of the game. Nathan Stroifer checks in for him. Stroifer with just 4 points off the bench so far. Duffelmeyer with the ball. Heading to the right. And he is going to go to Gerlach. And now it's going to be Roach. Throws it up. No. Rebound Gerlach. Ball poked free by Simpson, then stolen by Stroifer. And now here comes Long being triple teamed near the timeline as they try to trap him. And it looked like he drew the foul. That's the second foul on Concordia in this half. And the third overall on Roach. Comes with 17 minutes and 32 seconds left to play. Inbounds pass coming up. Wooten over to Lazat. And Lazat takes it across the timeline. Lazat gonna find somebody, anybody. He goes to Long. Or rather, it's Stroifer too Long, and Long lays it in with the left hand. 30-33 there, and that's how the Falcons get on the scoreboard again. 39-30 the score now as Duffelmeyer takes it. Over to Chambers. Fakes the pass. Now he goes to Mellinger. Over to Roach against Wooten. Bouncer here to Gerlach. Posting up against Stroifer. Ball poked free by Simpson. Now we may have a tie-up. No call. Now we get a walk called on Gerlach. A traveling violation, and that's a turnover for Concordia. Nice defense down low again in the high post by the Falcons. Still up 9. Long with it, crossing over against Chambers. Hands it off Lazat. 20 to shoot. Lazat tipped out of bounds. And I think this is going to stay with SPU. Looked like it was Roach who tipped it out. Denzel Holt and Inglis check in for the Irvine Eagles. 12 to shoot for the Falcons. They inbound it from the end of the scorers table, closest to their bench. Now it's Lazat. 9 to shoot, 8. It's got to be aware of the time. 7, 6, Stroifer. They work it to Long. Open look for 3. No. Rebound Wooten. No. And now it's Lazat. Another open look for 3. Bang! He got it in. Lazat scores, and it's 42 to 30. Duffelmeyer with the ball now. Short pass to Mellinger. Holt. This is Roach with the ball, looks like, and now it's Duffelmeyer. Post up inside with Mellinger, blocked away, loose ball, and Long had it, and do the Falcons call timeout? They call a tie-up instead, but the arrow does favor SPU. And now a timeout on the floor being called by the officials with less than 16 minutes to play in the second half. Falcons up 42-30, not making it easy on the Concordia Irvine Eagles, and we'll be back in just a moment. Well, 15:49 left in the second half, just about ready to pick up the action once again following the under 16-minute timeout. Falcons up 42-30 over Concordia Irvine. Second of 2 games today in the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. Also have 2 games for you tomorrow. Central Washington and Concordia Irvine at 5 o'clock, and then Hawaii Hilo and SPU at 7 o'clock. So if you join us again here at Brown Pavilion or through our live stream on YouTube, 42-30 the score right now. Falcons up 12. Long lost the ball against Duffelmeyer. Gets it back. Long gets away from defenders. Floats it up. No good. Can't bank it home. Rebound Roach. Back the other way we go. Roach against Wooten. Screen set by English. Roach goes inside, and he can't get it to roll in. Rebound to Lazat. In transition we go. Lazat turning up the Jets. He throws it up and in. Lazat scores. And now here comes Concordia trying to get a quick score on their end with a couple SPU defenders down on the floor, and they basically score on the power play with Holt there. So Holt now with 4 points. Lazat has 11, by the way, for the Falcons. Going up against Holt here. Now he gives it to Simpson. Simpson near the top of the circle. Hands it off Lazat. 11 to shoot, now 10. Now less than 10. 7 left. Screen set for him by Stroifert with 3 seconds to shoot. Defender in his face, tries a deep 3, no, but Stroifert the rebound. Goes up, gets the putback with the right hand. Nathan Stroifert scores, and he's got 6 for the Falcons. Duffelmeyer now takes it for Concordia Irvine. Hand off to Roach. And he's going to bounce it over to Mellinger. Mellinger against Simpson. Bumps the defender. Blocked away by Stroifert. But Mellinger gets the loose ball back. 10 to shoot now for Concordia. Duffelmeyer with the ball. Shoots a 3. And he drains it home. So Concordia now within 11. 46-35. Falcons leading the Eagles here. And now it's going to be Lazat. Front court. Lazat is going to head to his left, going inside, and Simpson drops the handoff. They get it to Longville, and he scores. Coleman Wooten on the assist as he handed it right to Long that time, and Long has 13 points for the Falcons. Holt with the ball. Duffelmeyer against Long this time. 15 to shoot. Bouncer here almost poked free by Wooten, but he couldn't do it. Now it's Roach. Screen set by English. They go around to the right. Reverse layup. No good for Roach. And Wooten somehow gets the rebound, but he throws it away to Holt. It gets blocked in traffic out of bounds. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back. Great effort in the high post by SPU with 13:09 to play.
Irvine 0, Brian Chambers. Number 3, Michael Voss-Oten, and 34, Tyler LaCour.
Now the inbounds coming up here for the Falcons. It's going to go to Cavell this time. Cavell hands it off. Olsen. Olsen right side. Now it's going to be Stroifert who hands it off to Cavell. Cavell being double teamed. Gets the handle of the ball again, and now he goes to Simpson for 3. No. Rebound tipped, and then it gets into the hands of Chambers. Back the other way we go. Voss-Oten thought about a 3, but decides otherwise, and now it's going to be Chambers against Cavell. 18 to shoot. Now it's going to be Voss-Oten against Wooten. Comes in, goes up, blocked! And Wooten scoops up the loose ball. In transition, they go to Olsen. Reverse layup, that's good. Braden Olsen scores for the Falcons. He's got 5 points now. Hustling on the other end is Chambers. Ball's poked free, out of bounds. Last touch off Concordia. Great hustle by the Falcons on their end. Stroifert was there to help poke the ball free. now the inbound's coming up here to Olsen. Olsen with the ball now. 12 minutes left to play. Falcons by 15, trying to get even more control of this game. Cavell against Chambers. Now he goes to Simpson. Back to Cavell. That's blocked away. And that may be a foul there.
Foul on Concordia's
Cameron English called for the foul, his third. Doesn't look like there's any goaltending attached to it. And now a timeout called on the floor with less than 12 minutes to play on the clock. 11:43 to be exact. The Falcons are up 50 to 35.
For the latest news and updates on your favorite Falcon teams.
Well, ready to pick up the action again following the under 12-minute timeout. We have 11:43 reading on the clock right now. Falcons up 50 to 35. There was no goaltending on that last play by English, but there is the foul. He's got 3 overall. His team has 3 in this half. Cavell shooting 2 free throws now, and the first shot on the way and good. So Harry Cavell, the 6'6 freshman from Kaiser, Oregon, makes his first free throw, misses the second, so Cavell's still stuck on 6 points right now off the bench. And now it's Duffelmeyer with the ball, whistle here, and I think we're going to get a foul as Olsen got a little too close to him, and Streufert does a good job pulling Olsen away before he maybe draws a technical foul. With the foul that time going on Olsen. His second foul, I should say. And now it's going to be Chambers heading left, going up, just inside the top of the key, and now we get a foul.
This foul is on Eagles Jeff Gerlach.
Now that time will go on Gerlach. Offensive foul on the Eagles. His third overall, 4th team foul on the Eagles, and now Olsen gets the inbounding pass. 11 minutes and 17 seconds left. Falcons up 16, well in control of this score, well in control of this game. And now it's Cavell, Streufert, Olsen. 3 on the way here. Eisenhower puts it in. Eisenhower's got 6. 54-35, Falcons by 19. Duffelmeyer with the ball. Duffelmeyer hitting right around the screens. And now it's LaCour coming in, left-hand teardrop, no, in and out. Rebound going to Streufert. Going up against LaCour in the high post, but he gets the ball away to Olsen. Olsen with it now. Coming in, going up, can't make it. Rebound gets into the hands of Duffelmeyer. Long outlet pass, caught Chambers, finger roll up and good.
That's Brian Chambers.
Almost goaltending anyway on Streufert. And it's a 17-point game. Olsen with the ball now. Falcons trying to keep a hold of this score. Now obviously add on to it. Tony Miller sets the screen. That's not going to work. A moving screen on Miller, and he wants an explanation for the call.
On the Falcons, Tony Miller.
Miller just kind of throws his hand away in disgust there over that call, and that's his fourth. It's not been Tony Miller's night. 4 fouls on him, and he's got to be careful that he doesn't get teed up, or else he's going to get thrown out of this game. Even with 1 technical, he'd get thrown out. But he's got those 4 fouls. Duffelmeyer for 3, and that's good. So 54 to 40 now. Falcons up by 2 touchdowns as Olsen takes it across the timeline. 9:45 left. Olsen coming in. Stroyford. Long pass to Simpson. Simpson. He's got to find somebody, anybody. He's going to hand it to Stroyford. Turns and throws to Cavell inside, and Cavell scores with a right hand. Nice work by Cavell that time. He's got 8. Duffelmeyer with the ball now. That's right around Olsen. Going up. No. Rebound. Loose, and Olsen comes away with it. Olsen now with the ball. 9:10 left to play. Olsen left side, bounces to Simpson. Over to Cavell, heading left, going up, blocked away. And now we are going to get a foul on the way up as that ball was poked free from Cavell. Foul that time going on Adam Turner. That's the second. Cavell will go to the line here. Cavell came into this game shooting 1 for 2 from the free throw line this year. First shot on the way up and good for him. And that makes it 57 to 40.
33, Gavin Long. 35, Trey Miller. Eagle sub 1, Denzel Holt.
Cavell now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. He's got 9 points off the bench. See if he can make it 3 for 4 right here. Second free throw is coming. And that is going to be up, and it's no good off the back iron. And the rebound this time going to Roach. Back the other way we go. Holt with the ball. Long going against him. Heading to the right. Goes to Roach. Now Mellinger. Heading to his right. Trey Miller in the game now for the Falcons. And now it's JT Roach. Coming in against Simpson. Fakes. With 4 to shoot, and that's blocked away. Simpson blocks it and then gets the loose ball. Great defense by Simpson. Sam Simpson, the 6'8 junior from Boise, coming through there for the Falcons. Already up 17. Trey Miller to Long. 14 to shoot. Long hands it off. Cavell. Long knocks down the defender. Were his feet set? Apparently not. So that'll be a blocking foul. It's going to go on JT Roach, and that's his 4th. And they reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. So the inbound's coming up here. No shooting foul. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They'll inbound from the baseline. And Long will do the honors here. Long. He's got to find somebody, anybody. This goes to Wooten. Wooten posts up, heads left, goes up, scores against Chambers. 59-40. And now it's Duffelmeyer with the ball against Long. Duffelmeyer with it. Offside now Chambers. Holt. Heading left against Lizotte, and Lizotte I think got a little bit too grabby. That'll be a foul on him. 4th on the Falcons in this half. First on Lizotte overall. Timeout on the floor with 7:44 left to play. Falcons well in control right now, up 59-40 over Concordia Irvine. And we'll be back in a moment. 7 minutes 44 left on the clock between the SPU Falcons and the Concordia Irvine Eagles. Falcons up 59-40 right now. Here in the second half, LaCour with it for Concordia Irvine. Ball poked free by Simpson, stolen away by Wooten. And now in transition, Wooten trying to do it by himself, and he does. Wooten now with 4 points, 61-40 in favor of the Falcons. They lead by 3 touchdowns now. Mid-range shot rims out for Duffelmeyer. Here comes Lazat, outlet pass to Long. Finds Lazat. Lazat heading left. Finds Simpson. Thought about it 3, doesn't want to do it. Now he goes to Wooten for 3, and he got it to go down. Coleman Wooten hits it from deep, and he's got 7 points now for the Falcons. 64-40. Falcons with one of their biggest, if not the biggest, lead of the night for them. 3-pointer by LaCour, no good. Tapped in for English, will be disallowed. And we're going to get a foul here, offensive foul on Concordia Irvine. It was going to go on Cameron English. That's his 4th foul. Just 2 points for him so far, by the way, in this game. And that's 7 fouls for Concordia Irvine. And they may consider this a loose ball foul, and if that were the case, that would give the Falcons a chance to shoot a 1-and-1 here, and that's exactly what will happen. Sam Simpson now will go to the line. He will shoot 1-and-1 for the Falcons. Simpson, going into this game, 3 for 4 from the free throw line this year. First shot for Simpson up and no good, and the rebound going to English. And Trey Miller can't poke it free from him. Duffelmeyer against Long. 21 seconds on the shot clock and counting. Chambers right side against Lazat. Chambers heading left. Trying to move those feet quickly. And he can't make it. Ball is bad into the corner, out of bounds. Last touch off Concordia.
Back for the Falcons, number 30, Nathan Streifert.
And now Nathan Streifert checks in. Sam Simpson checks out for SPU. Inbounds pass coming up here.
Concordia sub, number 10, J.T. Roach.
J.T. Roach now subbing in for Concordia. Tyler LaCour checking out. And now the inbounds coming up here for the Falcons. Goes from Trey Miller over to Gavin Long. Long with it, front court. Streifert to Long, and now Long right side. 19 to shoot. 17-16, now he gives to Lazat. Lazat against Chambers here. Lazat with 11 points so far to his name. Kicks it out to Long, 6 seconds. Long floats it up left hand, short. Tapping is good though for Streifert. Nice effort by him. And now in transition, moving it quickly, go the Eagles. Tapping is up and good for English. Cameron English scores. He's got 4 points now. 24-point lead though for the Falcons. Less than 6 minutes to go. Falcons looking for what would be their 2nd win of the year. They won their last game against Cal State East Bay, lost their season opener in overtime to Sonoma State. Now it's going to be Duffelmeyer as Wooten scores. He's got 9 points now for the Falcons. And now we get a foul as English was last to touch the ball for Concordia. It's going to go on Long, and that's his 3rd.
Back for Seattle Pacific, 0, Braden Olson.
And now Olson checks back in for the Falcons in the game for Lazat.
Michael Voss-Oten and 32, Adam Turner.
Now Voss-Oten and Adam Turner check in for Concordia. Inbounding pass coming up here. It's going to be Holt who will do the honors. Bad pass picked off by Trey Miller. And Miller gives it over to Olson. 5 minutes 10 left to go here. Olson working against Holt. Olson right side whistle here, and now we are going to have a blocking foul call. Blocking foul on the Eagles. It's going to go on Holt. That's his first. Comes with 5 minutes left on the clock. And 1-and-1 situation coming up here for Olsen. First free throw up and good, so he gets another. 69-42, Falcons ahead. And second shot up and good as well for Olsen. So Olsen now is 7 points. And he's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Those were his first 2 attempts of the night. Throw it up with the right hand and in this time. JT Roach putting that in for Concordia. First points for him tonight. 70-44, Cavell. Hands it off to Long. Long with it. Looking for a friend. He's going to find Olsen. Olsen crossing over. Heading to his right. 8 to shoot. Trey Miller. Stroyford. Going to Long. And Long cutting inside. And he can't make it with the left hand. Mellinger the rebound. Roach for 3. Got it to go down. JT Roach. He's got 7. And it's 70-47. Falcons still well in control of this game. Up by 23. Olsen. Looking for a friend. He's going to find Trey Miller. Miller driving right. And he just throws it wildly, but it somehow gets back to Long. Long can't make it. Toppin is good, though.
On the tip-in.
It's going to be Cavell who gets credit for the tip-in. He's got 11 points now. Falcons by 25. Three-pointer up and good here, though, for Roach. So Roach starting to find his stroke late in this game. Roach now has 10 points to match his jersey number. Olsen with the ball. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. Olsen being double-teamed, just kicks it out to Trey Miller. Miller going to the right. Fumbles the ball, but it gets into the hands of Long, and now goes to Cavell. Kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. No good for Miller with 2 on the shot clock. Gets it back, though. Goes up. Can't make the layup. Put back. And the rebound gets into the hands of Vossoten. Just scoops it over to Roach now. Roach trying to get away from Cavell. Whistle here. No basket. No shot attempt. And we're going to get a foul on the Falcons. And that's going to be foul number 6 on SPU, and the first overall on Harry Cavell, and a timeout on the floor with 2:52 to go. Falcons in cruise control, well on their way to a victory here in this game. They lead it 72-50, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, ready to continue on here. Falcons en route to a big win here over Concordia Irvine. Unless something really bizarre happens, as Roach throws it up and in, floats it up from the paint. And Roach now with 12 points for Concordia Irvine. The Falcons are going to win their second game of the year, go to 2-1 overall in the young season. Concordia will go down to 3-2 on the year. They have wins over St. Leo, Chico State, Cal State San Marcos. As as Hunter Eisenhower hits one from deep. So that puts the Falcons up 23. So a little bit of offensive lightning from him here late in the game. That one rejected down low by Stroyford. The one loss this year for Concordia was to Vanguard. Or I'm sorry, to Jefferson University, beg pardon. Vanguard was an exhibition game. And now in transition, Wooten going to Eisenhower, and Eisenhower with a layup. Falcons still playing hard here with 2 minutes to go in this contest, and the game well in hand. That's good to see out of Grant Leap's team. Grant Leap, of course, starting his second year on the job as head coach for the Falcons, was a longtime assistant when Ryan Looney was here as the head coach.
Well, on the Falcons, Nathan Stroyford.
Of course, the Falcons missed the NCAA tournament last year. They had a lot of injuries and a lot of younger players. Hoping this year will be a little bit better as Stroyford is called for the foul here, his first, 7th team. 2 shots coming up here on the shooting foul. First shot on the way, good for Holt.
Checking in for SPU, number 20, Connor Van Dyken.
And now Connor Van Dyken gets a chance to play along with E.J. Paulson. So Grant Leap trying to clear out his bench as best as he can. Second shot on the way and good here. 77-54, minute 40 left to play and count. Of course, the Falcons tomorrow night will play against Hawaii Hilo at 7 o'clock. Game 2 of our doubleheader here in the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. And Concordia Irvine will play Central Washington, who look pretty good today against Hawaii Hilo, although Hilo gave them a little bit of a scare in the final minutes of their game. They kind of made a double-digit game where Central was in cruise control into a single-digit game, a 2-possession game where it got pretty close in the final minute or so. And a made shot here, maybe one made shot here and a bounce there, and Hawaii Hilo could have had a chance to steal the game at the end. And there's a 2-hand slam dunk right there for E.J. Paulson, a 6'9" senior from the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. Gets a big slam dunk there. And Roach misses the 3 this time, and Trey Miller with a rebound. Raiden Olson with the ball now. Less than a minute to play. Of course, we hope you join us tomorrow night as Olson gets away from the defender. Olson saves it for him, and Van Dyken can't make the catch on the save. Hopefully you join us tomorrow for day 2 of 2 of the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. Start up the action at 5 p.m. here on YouTube. You can find the link on spufalcons.com to our live stream, or just come on down to Royal Bone Pavilion and watch the action along with us. Shot clock is off. Falcons have it. Ready to wrap this one up and win it. Trey Miller. Well, ball poked free by Roach, so Concordia is still playing hard here, although I think the Falcons just want to run the clock out and be done with it. And now it's Trey Miller, and now he's fouled. Okay then. 7.3 seconds left on the clock with the game well in hand. I don't know why you would do that, but Roach is called for the foul, and that's his 5th, and he's out of the game. So he'll have to miss the last 7.3 seconds of this one. Trey Miller to the line. Chance for him to get on the scoreboard again. He's got just 1 point tonight. Came on a free throw, of course. And now Miller. 1-on-1 situation misses. Rebound going to Mellinger. Hustling in the front court is Holtz. Lays it in as time runs out. Basket will count. And 79-56 will be the final, with SPU winning it over Concordia Irvine. So the Falcons officially go to 2-1 on the year. Concordia Irvine goes down to 3-2. So we will see you tomorrow for day 2 of 2 of the Sodexo Tip-Off Classic. Starts with Central Washington, Concordia Irvine at 5, Hawaii Hilo and Seattle Pacific at 7. Until then, this is Don Villanova saying good night here from Royal Bone Pavilion in downtown Seattle.